So in this video we're going to have a look at number systems and how they work, and we're going to discuss how numbers are made in the decimal or denary system. If you understand the principles in this video, then understanding binary and hexadecimal should be fairly simple. So the first thing we need to understand is that numbers such as 452 are made up of digits. The decimal or denary number system has 10 digits that we can use. So they are 0, 1, 2, and 9. There are no other digits in this number system. So from these 10 digits, because obviously we include 0, we can make up any possible number. And we can see here that obviously we're using the digits 2, 5, and 4 to make the number 452. But what is the number 452 and how does it get its value? When we count in denary, we count up from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What happens when we want to go one digit higher than 9? Well, there are no other digits. So we have no choice but to use a combination of the available digits to make higher numbers. So the rule is, when we fill a column up, as we have here, so 9, that's the last digit we can write, we reset that back to 0, and we simply start another column at 1 next to it. So now we have the number 10, using the digits 1 and 0. The same rules apply when we get to 99, so we can't count any higher with only 2 columns of numbers. What do? We reset both to 0 and we start again at 1 to get 100. So there's a rule being applied here that makes digits have different values. If we look at a larger number, we can see that this one is made up of the digits 7, 9 and 4 to make 794. And if you remember back to your primary school maths, you will remember that the numbers in the first column are considered to be units, in the second column they are tens, and in the third column they are hundreds. This means that any digit in these columns actually has the value of the digit, so value equals digit multiplied by column value. So in this case, we can see that we have the units column is worth 1, the tens column is worth 10, and the hundreds column is worth 100. So anything in this column will be multiplied by 1, any digit in this column is multiplied by 10, and any digit in this column is multiplied by 100 to get its real value. So the value of this number is actually 7 times 100, 9 times 10, and 4 times 1. So clearly you can see 7 times 100 gives us 700, 9 times 10 gives us 90, and 4 times 1 gives us 4, and if we add all those together, we clearly get 794. So why does this matter? This shows us that we can make any possible number using only a small amount of digits, 10 in this case. And the value of the digit is dictated by which column it's in. So this 9 is actually worth 90 because it's in the tens column. If we moved 9 over into the next column, it would be worth 900 because it's worth 100 in that column. So the final piece of the puzzle is to work out how do we know what the values of the columns are. So the first column is worth 1. The units column is worth 1 times whatever is in it. The next column is worth 10. And that's because there are 10 digits in our number system. So 10 times 1 gives us the 10 here. The next column is worth 100 because there are 10 digits in our number system multiplied by the previous column gives us 100. So it doesn't take a genius to work out that the next column is going to be worth 1,000 because it is the previous column value, 100, multiplied by 10 gives us 1,000. And the next column would be worth 10,000, 1,000 times 10. And it just so happens that this is a rule for all number systems. So, rule number 1 is the first column in any number system is always worth 1. It is always the units column. So in this number 79, the first column is the units column, it's worth 1. And it doesn't matter how many digits you've got, that's always the same. The next column and any subsequent columns is worked out by taking the value of the previous column, in this case 1, and multiplying it by the number of digits in our number system, in this case 10. So we know the next column is going to be worth 10, and the next column is worth 100. That's really simple and straightforward in decimal because we're used to it. In other number systems you might initially find it confusing, but the rules are the same. So the sensible thing to do now is to watch the video on binary to see how we can make any number using only 2 digits.